G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to Dave's Tabletop News. I'm your host, the author, David Applegate, author of the books The Boyhood Arcade, Power Games, and Into the Elves Mound. Recently, I made an announcement that I was taking time off, and that is in fact true. I am going to be doing less videos. I recently caught the flu, so I'm taking a week off to recover, but I'm still going to do the essentials such as this. And maybe next week I'll start doing other videos, but on a reduced schedule. Pretty much. Whoops. Now, no yelling, no screaming. Whoops. But I'm so. Whoops. I made a mistake. Sorry. Sorry about that. Forgot to switch the audio. I'm having trouble with the audio. Right. Okay. Now I want to switch. Every time I go to share on X, it comes up link not found. Is that StreamYard or X? I think it's StreamYard. I think StreamYard screwed up. All right, let's share. Let's share the announcements. First up will be Rumble. Rumble. Of course, for YouTube. And on X, and there we go. All right. Hello, viewers. And we'll start with my favorite. Where is it? Here we go. The bundle of holding, because it's such a bargain. You can get a lot of stuff really cheap. And if you're really creative, even like doesn't matter it's fantasy or science fiction, or I prefer science fiction because you can do so much more with science fiction than fantasy. But you can do both. You can adapt a lot of material for you. You don't need to have a set of rules even to adapt material. You just adapt the material. Just go, hey, this is a good story. I'll use the outline. I'll make a few changes. Here we have Stars Without Numbers, 2019 successful science fiction tabletop game from Senum. And this is the revised deluxe edition. So I should have actually checked to see if this is updated from, because this is the second release. So the starter's edition is $7.95. This gives you the revised deluxe edition, 16 stars, and the revised jam screen. The bonus edition gives you a bunch of source books. Now, this was 2017. So this released in 2017. It was bundled in 2019. Pre-packaged plot lines. It is a sandbox role-playing game. You're presented with situations, not storylines, problems, not plots. Characters can go anywhere, do as they wish, and forge their own careers. You're basically now level up the 2113. It's pretty much a bargain to get the whole collection. And the revised deluxe editions, rulebook 2017. Now, humanity's future empire lies in ashes. Jump gates fell 600 years ago, severing the links between the myriad of worlds. Now the long silence. As adventurers return to the skies, will you be amongst them? This is the revised edition, built to encourage sandbox play, familiar mechanics, guidelines built on long experience. Revised edition is backwards compatible with existing supplements. You have mechs, AIs, transhumans, colony spies, agents, mercenaries, whole bunch of stuff. 16 stars is your storylines. So basically, your guide to generating adventures and outlines for various plots. You have locations such as ancient temples, asteroid bases, barbarian courts, that is, low technology, not necessarily barbarians in the true fiction sense. Bureaucratic agencies, colonial outposts, derelict orbitals, disaster areas, doomed habitats, hellworld settlements, merciless deserts, planetary starports, prison colonies, savage jungles, and tomb cities. Because there's slums and war zones, every entry has various outlines for seeds, adventure seeds, antagonist friends, places, complications. Now, some of these tools are ready-made to adapt. GM screen, ease your burdens as a game master. Now, beat the threshold price, and you can get salvation cheap. Planetary armies and mercenary legions. Now, this is a military campaign. First up is Salvation Cheap. It's a military supplement. Again, it's sandbox-style military campaigning, ranging on wars, objectives, gritty details. Whether you're running a full mercenary campaign or open warfare, all the tools you need. Most system neutral. Sons of Gold, mercantile adventures to everything you need for commercial ambition. Skyward Steel. Now this is a Stellar Navy. These give you the role. Take on the roles of the fleet. The Skyborn protectors of Homeworld and its shields against the outer night, whether grizzled dauntless officers or elite espionage operatives, offers both the game master and players to embrace the duties and the terrible freedom of the Guardians amongst the stars. I've had dead names, lost races, forgotten realms. Beneath the dirt of fallen worlds lies forgotten empires and relics of vanished peoples. For the curious investigator, glorious citadels and eldritch marvels remain undiscovered. Dead Names provides tools to build lost races and the magnificent works. Fabricate the strange denizens of Homebrew age and flesh out ruins and fortresses. Polychrome. This adds cyberpunk to the system. Learn all the gritty details of Megacorp dominated world of Polychrome, where cybernetics is cheap and lives are cheaper. Now this has a retail value of $80, still well worth the price. Now, the Gaia Complex is a cyberpunk tabletop role-playing game from Europa. That's set in 2119. Dum dum dum. Remember when science fiction used to be set in the 1920s? And then it was then it was the science of the 1960s, and then it was in the year 2000. At least this one is. Could you imagine the people in the future looking back at some of these science fictions? It'd be interesting to hear what their perspective would be. I think it'd be pretty much all the people in the 1920s wondering where all the although they actually did get some things like submarines and underground railway. They just nobody ever did flying cars, did they? I mean, come on, Elon, step up your game. The Gaia Complex, the next line of Flesh and Wire books from Hansel. Now, the Gaia Complex is a complete collection for $14.95. This gives you the main book, Evolution by Design, Hardware 2019, and the complete GM Screen Data Vault. This is a complete bundle. The mega intensity of intense violence, secret warfare, and vampire uprisings. AI Code Governor protects the city and its future. This bundle presents the entire game in line to date for one low bargain price, $14.95 for the whole lot, which is cheaper than the core source book. After the resource war pushed humanity to the brink of extinction and the atmosphere is ruined, cities developed atmosphere processing and survived. Now cut off from one another, is urban landscapes face unique difficulties. The largest in Europe is a single sprawling metropolis that covers much of today's mainland Europe, a mega city of street violence, espionage, and vampiric uprisings. The overzealous AI guy governs the city and protects its citizens. Yeah, it's an updated version of Conspiracy. So what it's called? I know the game people are going to be thinking of when they do this. I do remember it briefly. Yeah. Cyberpunk versus Conspiracy. I think Warhammer ripped it off too. I think with Underground Society of Goblins. I think not goblins, dwarves. Not dwarves. Sorry, they had the orcs. Orc communists. Yes. Now I can remember. Now the Gaia Complex is a dystopian world of violence. What a shock! Dystopian violence. Who knew, right? But hey, you're cybernetically enhanced. There's vampires and ferals and a bunch of people who can enter the island animals. Before you bring up Game of Thrones, skinwalking, I believe it's called. It's actually something from Celtic culture. Goes way, way back. Even those who used to believe they could see through the eyes of eagles in Vikings, you had skinwalkers. It's where the werewolf idea came from. The Vikings used to wear the coats of bears and wolves to give them. They were naked, by the way, believing that they didn't need anything but these bear skins. Do you imagine France of the about 9th century, I think it was, but about 100 Vikings running through the streets of Paris, chopping off heads, literally brought the French kingdom to its knees. 100 Vikings. That's the Normans. So don't underestimate the brutality of, humanity. But it's called Rulebook, everything you need to hit the streets of New Europe. A successful Kickstarter campaign, Evolution by Design, a bunch of non-humans. The reasons why humanity has survived is because there's more than a human race. Ferals can interface with wild beasts running through the ranks of streets. Vampires lurk in the shadows, waging a blood war against rival syndicates. Meanwhile, Gaia conducts secret experiments. Evolution design looks at three non-human elements in the complex: ferals, vampires, and AI. That gives you all the source book explores the people, the places, the organizations, and the conflicts. New rules, new tools, new information. Hardware 2019. Cybertech and weaponry. More rules, more gear. The black market is thriving, and so is the blood trade. But this is a deep dive into the commercial world of the Gaia complex, the essential source book for cybernetics, weapons, and new technology. Of course, you have the data vault and GM screen. This gives you this is a short adventure hooks. Presented originally was published in Data Seeds Volume 1 to 4. Pardon me. Fading Sun's Lost World. Actually, should have done this the other way around, because we should have started with 4th edition. 4th edition, July 22, far future tabletop role-playing game from Lucy Spiel's Fading Suns. 4th edition, called Rulebooks, $17.95. The bonus collection of supplements and dossiers. Pay the threshold above the threshold price of $31.19. Get the whole set in the core collection. By paying the minimum price, you get the 3 4th edition core books. This is another science fiction spread across the stars, Republic of Advanced Science and Technology. They squandered it. They fought over it. And as the lights of the stars began to fade, a new dark age ascended over unknown worlds. On the ashes of war came Emperor Alexis and ushered in the era of new hope, brave knights, wise priests, and guilders to cross the stars and bring peace to all known worlds. Universe books present the setting, the Chronicle book presents the game system, and the Game Master book has people, places, plots for the Fading Sun guidelines. Then you have the gear deck, 30 cards for equipment for explorers, state perk decks, more cards. Pardon me. Okay, you also get the play kit. Now, this gives you a large jump map of the lower worlds, illustrated maps, gives track victory points and resources, token sheets, so you can track things such as overload, resource sheets for action, and gear. All right. Heck, I dosed up on enough vitamin C to kill a bloody, well, should have killed the virus, man. Should have nuked it. Bonus collection. Don't say the Rona. It ain't the Rona. That's for saying the Rona. Beat the threshold price and get the entire bonus collection. Faction book gives you the minor forces yearning to rise in power, because you have the royal houses, the church, and the merchant guild. Now, they all vie for power, and they all believe they have power. Of course, everybody knows it's a church, right? They believe they're the major power block, but really there's a number of small power blocks, and they all resist each other. Minor sects, minor guilds, minor houses, all vying for the emperor's heir. And there's also alien species. the change. Those are genetically altered mutants. And next up is intrigues and escapades. The longer you play the great game, the longer you're played. Nobles, priests, and merchants all vie for supremacy in a great game involving kidnappings, rescues, and heists. Nobles spend they spend an inordinate time planning plots and schemes. The Panasian-style priests use their grace to access and even gain wealthy ministries, but don't discount the merchants. Whoever has the gold makes the rules, and the gold can buy a lot. And all the faction schemes are skirt the law. They always have a fall guy to take the heat when things go wrong. Imperial dossiers. Dossiers on House Hawkwood, the Revere's Guild, and Orthodox, as ruling sect of the Universal Church. Now that's $137 of RPG fantasy up for grabs. $31.90. Well, Lost Worlds is group of supplements, run low price, $24.95. Get you a lot. Lost Worlds, Guide to Spacecraft, Woodok Space, Hard Times in Hagrid, and more dossiers. Now, Lost Worlds, it's a play kit. You go further into what's called Barbarian Space, Explorers, Unites, Missionaries, Traders, Spies, Dissidents, rediscover Lost Worlds, once part of the spacefaring Commonwealth, lost during the fall. Intervening centuries have greatly changed some of its inhabitants. Will you bring them prosperity or danger? Some of these world secrets are threatening to challenge the power of the Imperial throne and the souls of the known world. These are all worlds cut off during the fall, been isolated for over a millennia, and they've become what's become barbarian space. They have basically factions, more information on factions and the intrigues. Now, as it says, Guide to Spacecraft. Spacecraft are of interest to explorers, as well as merchants, scouts, lawgivers, and pirates. You have explorers, raiders, escorts, and haulers, and ship construction rules. And of course, Voldoc Space. Before the fall, the Second Republic, many outlying worlds created a variety of cultural experiments. These are all so-called utopian experiments, standing against the monoculture of the core worlds, the feudal society. These cultures are barbarians, and this book reveals their side of the story, their unique cultures, and how they thrive despite the techno-industrial society collapse. This is rules for creating characters from Voldoc. Hard Times on Hagrid, intrigue and drama on high stakes planet. Hagrid is newest acquisition. That is, it can be pacified. The local Voldoc are somehow divided in their loyalty. For some reason, this is still those who do not find some say some rebellious, the pawns are revolting. But there's intrigue, espionage, and lots of plots to uncover the secrets of the anarchy. On Hagrid, nothing's what it seems, and everybody's allegiance will be tested. And the locals may not be the true rebels, of course. And, of course, modern Imperial dossiers gives you Brothers Battle, the Charioteers Guild, an in-depth examination, acts as a primer on the single faction. This is information that would be used by diplomats, spies, bureaucrats. But of course, in game terms, this is stuff for the game master to create further adventure, or it's something an insider would know in these guilds. Now, Spirit of 77 is a old school role-playing game. It's a 70s role-playing game based on the 70s from Monkey Fun. You have the basic collections and the even funky connections. Now, this is a high-octane pop culture themed tabletop role-playing game. The world where Nixon's made a deal with aliens to win the Vietnam War, remain in power, and your characters be could be a kung fu tough guy, red hot mama, stereo-eyed rocker, hardboiled sleuth, maverick agent, motorcycle daredevil, you name it. Investigate government conspiracies, fight drug dealers, ride shotgun in a disco ambulance, confront angry spirits at 77,000 feet, solve the problem, stick it to the man in a funky open world adventure. Well, it's open-ended, player-driven. It's like one of those fun games you pull out once in an hour, now and again. Something fun, something different. But best of the decade, can you give it? Spirit of 77 gives you everything you want to know about the Cold War standoff, the Nixon double cross in Saigon, corrupt political system, all the conspiracies, and pop culture of the 1970s. Now, a lot of this is inspired by real pop culture of the era, such as Evel Knievel, Pam Grier, Dukes of Hazzard, The $6 Million Man, Watergate, and Weird Science. Oh yeah, there's also the era of the Kung Fu movie with Jackie Chan was more 80s, but you had definitely Bruce Lee. Actually, Chuck Norris has started in the 70s. Actually, no, Jackie Chan started as a stuntman in the 70s. That's right. Yeah, this was a 2014 Kickstarter, so it's not exactly, like I said, 70s inspired. Wide world of 77, new rules, new scenarios, the world gets bigger. 3 new adventures. Can you dig it, man? New roles, new stories, new specialties. So you play the same games over from different ways, different outcomes. And you got more adventures. There's a lot of material here. If you level up, you get even more stuff, like Cruise Ship of the Damned, Wrath of the Khans, poker science fiction conventions. Return to the Cruise Ship of the Damned is the SS Tangerine, the unfortunate incident that caused havoc on the high seas. Spirit of 77 Pilots, Rad Planet, Big Trouble in Little Jupiter. Travel back to the Jupiter space station, hideout with accountant pirates, wayward robot simulants, and an increased wannabe rocker who wants people to buy tickets to his debut show. Once twice the future king in the fantastic worlds of Swords of Wonder, bestow bewildered scholar on his way to duel his intellectual rival. Strangest lurks along the lakefront and surrounding woods. So, a lot of far out material, man, but a lot of fun along the way. Now, Benge Homebrew Maps and Games. Father, artist, mastermind of VTT battle maps and tales in TTRPGs. Creative consultant by day, GM by night. And I don't sell AI. Here we go. You're looking for an artist or commission. Get what you see. Check him out on and follow him on Ko-Fi. Lay out some support if you're so inclined. Don't forget to show me some love too, please. Oh, I forgot to shut off the chat. I forgot. This is on Facebook. Caverns of Thessia, Goodman Games, third party Dungeon Crawl Classics and associated adventures, popular titles such as Mutant Crawls, X-Crawl Classics, 5th edition fantasy, and much more. These are pretty big. Here's their website, Goodman Games. They got a bunch of new material. Neon Lords. Now, Dungeon Crawl Classics, that's old school. Forget your 5th edition. Just straight up hit and miss. Roll for damage. None of your, I mean, it's pretty basic. And the thing about it is the rules are the rules are basically what D&D used to be. I mean, it's easy and fun. And an old-time favorite is 2-Minute Tabletop. Now, featured 2-Minute Tabletop before, but great tabletop artist. It's got plenty of maps. As you can tell, amazing artist. Here we go. There's Ross. He's the author, creator. Now, he's put out a hex title set that is currently free. Here is a free textile set. Got a whole bunch of stuff. So you're into map making. You want to check out Ross. Show Ross some love. Some of his packs are just $1. And the thing is, he has an everything pack. Now, if you check out his everything pack, collection of maps and assets, gives you a detailed introduction, maps for every style of play, easy to print, virtual tabletop files, optimized, thousands of map assets. Here we go. $70. So check Ross out. Crazy, I know, but it's a bargain. Oh. Sorry. Of course, I have my own Patreon where I'm creating a fantasy setting for T6 RPGs. Taking on new members, of course, all the time. We're currently 204 posts. Just get my not just my videos, but members. Okay, let's go through. Basic members get access to all paid, just get access to all RPG content. Squires, you get access to paid content plus the normal artwork. Now, Knights, you get access to artwork plus the maps, right? So, mana batteries, well, most of the all the videos will eventually be available to all members. Now, these articles, $1 membership. This support artwork. These Squires. So, and dimensional gates and others maps will be Knights. Coming next month will be a new set of maps. So, got a whole bunch of interesting stuff here. Check out Benge, Goodman Games, and 2-minute tabletop, the hex wall map tiles offer while it lasts. We also have an offer on the everything pack. And while you're considering supporting somebody, give me a shot. You can start on a 7-day free trial. Please and thank you. And I appreciate everybody for coming. And I shall see you all in that. Yes. Yeah. Again, thank you for coming. Please like, share, subscribe. Consider supporting the channel on Ko-Fi, Patreon, buying my books, and buying my merch. Links are in my link tree. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you in the next video.